Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Got the man himself with me, Brother Dallo, man. He's about to educate us, and not us, but specifically me, because I called the brother up, man. And there's a Facebook post that you currently have that was going down your page, and it was regarding American Beach. And my question is, what, to people out there that don't know American Beach, what is so important about American Beach in the Southeast Florida, specifically for black people?
Right, so American Beach was bought almost a century ago by Abraham Lincoln Lewis. Abraham Lincoln Lewis is the first black millionaire in the state of Florida. He has some other friends on Afro-American Insurance Company. For those who may know where Stanton is downtown, he secured that location. He also secured the location where the black Freemasons had their tall building downtown as well. So he purchased, this is during Jim Crow, when black folks weren't allowed to beach with white folks. And so he went and purchased some East Coast shoreline in Fernandina. And he said this beach is for, relaxation without humiliation. So black people can come and celebrate their blackness with their family and have a good time.
Yes.
And so at this point in 2019, the council in Nassau County are getting ready to receive an evaluation or recommendations from the study that they were doing about the beach. They had their complaints about driving, noise, and some other things from people surrounding this particular piece of land, which is the north end of Nassau County, or I believe it's called Peterburg's Point at that beach. So they're looking at to either ban camping overnight or ban it for a period of time until they can come up with a permitting process like a state park. This is the only beach on the entire east coast of America that was black owned, and it's the only beach on the east coast of America that allows camping. And so right now out there chained to the sand of American Beach is a camper who's been camping there with his group for over 2 decades, Ronald Starling. And the camp group is called Night Sandals. And so Ron Starling has been an old friend of the family since I was in elementary school. And so when I saw it, excuse me, I jumped on it. So we can, get more push behind it, get more press behind it, so that the public can be more aware. But even the people in Nassau, a lot of people in Nassau County did not realize what was taking place. And so now it's been hitting, because of the internet, social media has been getting all over to a lot of camping groups. And so there are 3 petitions. We put one out in particular with this picture on it. We asked people to sign that one. And that the other people add our information to their petition. So, it has the county commissioner's email address and phone numbers that they can call or email directly. And so, when you do your petitions, it's to voice your concern and your solidarity with this particular issue, and so that the county commissioner people can see not only are people in Nassau County concerned about it, but people around the country.
Right. So, from my understanding, I just want to, so people can hear this clearly, this is a black historical beach that was purchased by a black man. So me, you, our kids, etc., can come for relaxation on the beach.
That's right.
So with that being said, man, it's been a lot of events out there, not just from events that other people talk from you've been a part of, you taught yourself from, that I've been to, from the Marcus Garvey Festival to having Malcolm X events there, from years ago to people coming out there to do spirituality in the water. What is that? What's the terminology for that? Ancestral?
Maybe just some type of ancestral practice.
So this is for us.
Right.
And why is it so important that we be involved in this decision making? And why is it so important that we sign those petitions? Sign that current petition that's floating around.
Right, it's your historical right. Eartha and White started camping 83 years ago out there, and it'd just be unfortunate that the black people, when this man bought this property, and we basically forgotten about it. We don't utilize it anymore to the capacity that we did in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And it's time to get back to it. At some point, people should be purchasing the properties out there, the lots out there, it's going to boil down to ownership and control.
Yeah.
And right now we're on the reactionary side because people that generally were enjoying the beach came from Jacksonville. They weren't necessarily just people, or the majority of people from Jacksonville. They weren't Nassau residents. And so, at some point down the line, we got to look at, our disappearance, the disappearance of our wealth, our legacy, our inheritance. It's been disappearing, it's been assimilating and moving on into the general population. So, our generation got to look at what are we going to leave our children? What institutions are we building? What communities are we redeveloping or investing in? And not just being a visitor and something that we used to own, not being someone who just resharing and reposting shit we used to own. We should be posting and resharing stuff that we do own, institutions that we are building, communities that we are investing in, versus just being some big ass consumer and some owner, but somebody who's engaged in building our wealth in this country.
Yes. Man, this is my last question, you know what I mean? Because this is educational for me, because I was unaware about the history of this beach. Me, myself, I just went out there for events, you know what I mean? And I didn't know the history behind it. That this was specifically, this land, y'all, in Florida is the only, quote me if I'm right or wrong, the only beach that allows us, that was purchased by us, and that allows us to utilize this environment.
Camp overnight, yeah, camp.
Now, if this doesn't go through, how did that backlash and affect us in the long term?
I mean, you lost a battle. You didn't lose the war, you just lost another battle. So at some point, you have to put your trenches in, put your walls up, and start doing some reconnaissance on what do we have. But it's not the end all be all, because this particular one, if they do ban it, then you have other councils that have to come in other elections, and you can continue to fight for that right to camp and not privatize the beach.
Gotcha. But it starts with us, what you're doing currently, making noise about this, awareness, and addressing it, the importance of the historical value for us.
We have to understand about ownership and control. We have to understand that we have to have economic power in this country in order to be able to affect political issues. But now people believe that voting doesn't count or it doesn't have an effect. But guess what? These people are getting ready to vote your shit up out of there.
I'm learning, brother.
Or keep it, you understand? Yeah. We have another historical thing coming up. There's never been, well, I'm just gonna give a quick drop on Attorney Rhonda People Waters. She's running for Fourth Circuit Judge in August. There's never been an elected African American woman in this seat. But this is where juveniles go through. This is where felonies go through. This is where family issues go through. Her circuit, Duval, Nassau, and another county. These are the things that we should be engaged in. See, the most politicized people in the history of the planet are those who were enslaved, or as some of us in our circles call prisoners of war in America. You were, the slavery was legal, that's legislation. It became illegal, that's legislation. Reconstruction legislation, ending of Reconstruction legislation. Then you had Jim Crow, the Negro Codes, the Black Codes, that was legislation. And that adopted the laws of 1865, slavery. So you have another 100 years of black people being basically institutionalized enslavement in this country that only came to an end in 1968 because people protested, advocated, fought, and died for the Civil Rights Act. Yeah. And people, and then you would think that a group of us would say, oh, the Civil Rights Act, but you would have been back in, they still would have been hanging your ass with impunity, right? You couldn't go on this side at night. Civil Rights Act bill was not about, it was already passed in 1866. This one in 68 was passed to enforce that one, which was Byron Allen, it's right with Comcast still today. But this Civil Rights Act of 68 allowed us to move freely, not assimilate. Nobody made Negroes assimilate, they assimilated themselves. Dr. King didn't say, hey, go move to the south side. He didn't say give up your historical black communities, right? He didn't say that. They hauled ass. He exposed the myth of black unity. The unicorn, we want black unity. Let's all get together. Let's do this. Ain't never been done. Not in America. It's always been the root. It's always been pocketed of us. So here's an opportunity to do this shit for real. Not just with this petition. And these are small things that we have to continue to build our self-esteem on to get your stripes. Get engaged. This is a petition. Yeah. Come out Saturday. We're going to do a big camp out. We're just going to camp out that weekend before it passes on Monday. So these are the things we're looking at, man. So that's it, man.
Well, I thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville, Florida. This is Brother Dallo, man. Hopefully y'all get involved. I just got involved, so don't be ashamed if you were unaware, if you didn't know about this issue. I thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So much.
All right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? All is well, brother.
Indeed.